Howdy all, my name is ChucklesTC and welcome back to my NFL Draftable 25 career mode, where today we're going up against the New Orleans Saints. Let's go ahead and hop into it here. Saints are going to be in their whiteouts. We're going to be in our Kelly Greens. Saints are 6-0. We are 3-3. Here's a quick look at the Saints roster. Let's hop into it here. We receive the ball first, or they receive the ball first in the rain, but we hold them to a punt. We'll run it with Irving on first down. He gets a good 5-yard run. Now we'll throw it at Goddard. He'll get us into New Orleans territory with a 13-yard gain. Now we're running it with Irving, who gets 1 yard on the play. Now we'll look for A.J. Brown, connect for a 9-yard gain. Now we're going to run it with Irving again. He'll have a good run here. He gets a stiff arm. He breaks away. He gets a 30-yard run down at the 2-yard line. Now we'll run it with him again. He'll get in for a 2-yard rushing touchdown. Now Matt Gay to kick the PAT, and it is good. We lead 7-0 over the New Orleans Saints, but they respond. Now 14 seconds left to go in the first quarter. It is Ficken on the return from the 4-yard line. He'll get this return up to the 40, leaving 5 seconds on the clock remaining in the third quarter. We'll drop back. We'll look for Nape. And we'll connect for a 13-yard gain. That is the end of the first quarter. We're all tied up at 7 apiece. And a lot of mistakes there in that, like 2 sentences. 8-yard gain there by Nape gets us down at the 49 in New Orleans territory. Now we'll run it with Irving, who gets a good 5-yard gain and a first down. Now we're going to toss it to Irving, who gets an 11-yard gain and a first down again. Run it with him again. He gets a 7-yard gain. He's a really good running back. Now we throw it to A.J. Brown, who gets a 13-yard gain down inside the red zone with a first down. Now we'll run it with Irving again. He gets an 8-yard gain down at the 6-yard line, almost the 5-yard line. We'll toss it to Irving, who'll get in for a 6-yard receiving touchdown. So we take the lead here. And the PAT will be good by Matt Gay. We lead 14-7 as we force a turnover. Connect with Brown there. We'll hold on to our final timeout. It's 17 seconds left to play. Now send Nape on a streak route, and we'll throw it to him. He'll catch for a 21-yard gain down inside the 5. Now with 8 seconds left to go. We're going to look for Goddard, who will get in for a 5-yard receiving touchdown. So we'll kick the PAT and take a 21-7 lead to end off the first half. And we receive the second half kickoff. And back deep on this return from the 5-yard line is going to be Irving, who's a bit exhausted from his previous stuff. He gets it up to the 31-yard line. We connect with Dallas Goddard there, and a bit of a risky pass for a 12-yard gain. Another first down. Now we'll go to Nape, who'll get a good 13-yard gain here inside New Orleans territory now at the 45-yard line. Now we throw it to Irving for a 5-yard gain. Now we'll throw it to Goddard, who has the first down and a little bit more with a 12-yard gain. Now looking for Goddard once again. This time it'll be caught again for a 14-yard gain inside the red zone now. Now we're going to run it with Irving for a 4-yard gain down at the 10. We connect with Nape there for a 6-yard gain. Now on 3rd and inches, we'll drop back to pass and look and connect with Dallas Goddard for a 4-yard receiving touchdown. And now we lead 28-7. And we force another turnover by the New Orleans Saints. And we have a 16-yard gain already in New Orleans territory to end off the third quarter. Now from New Orleans 45 to start off the fourth quarter, we're going to throw it to Dallas Goedert, who will get a 16-yard gain down at New Orleans 29. Now I'll run it with Irving. It's going to get 2-yard gain. I want to get him over 100 rushing yards this game. I just don't think it'll be possible. Run with him again for a 1-yard gain now on 3rd and 6. We're going to drop back, throw it to Dallas Goedert, who's going to have a 9-yard gain. Now, inside the red zone, we're going to run it with Irving for a 2-yard gain. Now on 2nd and 8, we'll run it again for another 2-yard gain, bringing up 3rd and 6. We're going to throw this one to Dallas Goedert, who was left unguarded. He'll get an 11-yard gain down at the 1-yard line. Just going to run this one with Irving, who is taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now I'll run it with him again, and he'll get in this time for a 1-yard rushing touchdown. We'll kick the PAT to make this a 35-7 lead. And that is the game. We win 35-7 over the 6-0 at the time New Orleans Saints. Their only score was in the first quarter. We're going to praise the whole team. Now, a really good defensive day there. And Irving had 72 yards on the ground. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe and come back next episode where we take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Thank you all and goodbye.